Okay, boys and girls, and welcome back to the A2O Whiskey Club's Whiskey 101 section. I believe we're on number 10 about right now. So what I want to talk about today is we get asked this question a lot. It's how is it possible that all these single malts can taste so different, but yet they're made all the same? We've already talked about malted barley, water, and yeast, and that's it. Same three ingredients for everything you see up here. So how is it they can taste so different? Well, it's all about the barrel. This big boy right here. What was in this barrel before? In most cases, it's going to be bourbon. So when bourbon gets dumped out of this barrel and the barrel gets shipped to Scotland, they put the whiskey in there. This is what it looks like. It's crystal clear new make spirit. Crystal clear. So when it goes in this barrel, whatever was in that barrel before is going to influence a lot, the spirit. So what happens is it picks up the color. Like, for example, let's look at this guy, the Krekalecki 13-year-old. This is matured only in American oak barrels. And when someone says that, they're alluding to the fact that, A, the barrels are from America, but bourbon was in those barrels previously. That's where you're going to get that nice, light straw color. And it also is going to tell you a lot about the whiskey if it's not been falsely and sadly colored up already. But this is non-colored. So when you see this color, it's going to tell you it's matured mainly in American oak barrels. It's also going to tell you a little bit about its flavor. You're going to get that creamy vanilla, a bit of honeycomb, some butterscotch in there, nice vanillas. But that's what you're going to get from the American style barrels. Now, when you get something that's matured in the sherry cask barrels, now the Glendronach 12 is matured in two different styles of sherry, your PX sherry and your Oloroso sherry. So you've got a stickier, sweeter style sherry and a drier sherry, and they'll marry those together and come up with the Glendronach 12-year-old. Now your flavor profiles with that, as you can see, you're going to get a much darker, richer color, almost an amber reddish hue, and you're going to get more of your sticky date, Christmas cake, some nice ripe cherries in there, some good spices. So exact same whiskeys, more or less, except matured only in American oak, matured only in sherry barrels. Lighter color, more like straw, darker, richer red color, your big spicy ripe cherries, Christmas cake kind of things. And then lastly, we've already talked about peat and where you're going to get color from your sherry cask, but you're going to get different flavorings from your peat. So you can have various different styles of whiskeys, but yet they're still all made the same. It's just about these bad boys. What was in this barrel before? Now, most of the barrels, as I say, are laid down, that are laying down in Scotland are from the States that had bourbon in them before. A large portion also are your sherry casks. And then you're going to have, let's say, 10%, give or take, and I'm probably close, Chardonnay barrels, rum casks, soju, like Tomatin's doing right now, experimenting with soju barrels from Korea. So there's a plethora of different barrels out there that you can use, but predominantly it's those American barrels, secondly the Spanish sherry barrels, and then from there it can go on. But that is basically where you get a majority of the flavor in single malt Scotch. I hope you're following along, and again, we encourage your questions and comments, so keep them coming. Thanks so much for watching.